Welcome to another edition of The Daily. I'm Samantha and here with Andrew. After a big night for MLS teams in CONCACAF Champions League, the Houston Dynamo moving to the top of their group, but even bigger, LA Galaxy becoming the first team to move on to the knockout stage.
Yeah, and Sam, they did it mostly with a team of reserve, which is frankly what we expect from Bruce Arena at this point. He knows that he has the guys behind his first 11 that can really get it done. LA jumping out to a 3-0 lead within half an hour. Jack McBean with an early goal. Chandler Hoffman getting his first ever professional goal. And then Laurent Courtois with a delicious half volley from outside the box. Really a dominant performance from them. They are on there, the first MLS team to do so. But the big news here from an MLS perspective, no Landon Donovan. He traveled to Costa Rica. It was a toss-up. Would he play? Would he not play? In the end, Bruce Arena said, look, it just wasn't worth the risk. He did not make that 18. Now we wait. Now we see what happens the rest of this week. A huge match against Portland this weekend. Remember, although LA's through in the CCL, their playoff spot is not by any means guaranteed at this point. They need Landon healthy. We'll have to see if he's there this weekend against Portland.
Also a big night for the Houston Dynamo, beating W Connection 2-0, moving to the top of their group. Andrew, we already saw the Galaxy move on to the knockout stage. What does Houston need to do the same?
Well, they have the 7 points. Behind them at 6, Arebe Unido, and they will travel to play that squad in Panama City in the finale of this group. They've got to get a draw or they've got to get a win. It's not going to be easy, but they've got to be encouraged by this performance on Wednesday night. Jason Johnson with an absolute laser to get the scoring started. Bobby Boswell, a solid game for him as well, getting the goal. But we saw them get results last year. No reason to think that they're not able to go down to Panama and get that one done.
Well, we still have 2 other MLS teams still in the hunt to make it to the knockout stages, Sporting Kansas City and San Jose Earthquakes.
Yeah, well, Sporting KC has got the easier path of the 2. All they need is a result against Olympia at home. You would expect them to get that done after handling business in Honduras. San Jose, on the other hand, got a huge hand from Montreal Impact with that 2-0 win against Heredia. The final of this group stage, Montreal, no games left. They're out of it already on goal differential. But if San Jose, hosting Heredia, can win, they could sneak in, and that certainly didn't look like a possibility a few weeks ago.
All right, well, stay tuned to MLSsoccer.com for complete coverage of these upcoming CCL games. Well, we're going to try something a little different today on The Daily. It's Thursday. We're going to do a Throwback Thursday. And Andrew, what better way to kick this off than with Brian Ching's 2006 MLS Cup performance?
Yeah, it doesn't get much more dramatic than this. Taylor Twellman famously putting the Revs ahead. You thought maybe they'd get their monkey off their backs. But no, Brian Ching just a minute later in stoppage time, the 114th minute, nodding a vintage goal into the bottom corner. He gets a PK later. The Dynamo win their first ever MLS Cup. They'd even go on to win one the next year.
All right, well, let's take a look. We're definitely going to miss having Ching on the pitch. That was quite a performance. But Andrew, before we go, anything else people should be looking out for today on the site?
Well, a couple Thursday regulars for you. Starting lineup, of course, for all you fantasy owners. Josh Wisenhunt going to join me today. No Jason Sagini, but we'll still get it done and get you ready for the upcoming weekend. And then, of course, Extra Time Radio promoting this weekend's big game, Soccer Sunday, going down. Alexi Lawless, John Strong with us to preview those matches. Both, you won't want to miss them.
All right, well, sounds good. That's all we have for The Daily today. We'll be back tomorrow with more.